Mitch Moses, the number 6, for the first time paired with Nathan Cleary. And Payne Haas overcoming injury. Some of the stars as...
Mitch Barnett looks excited. He's almost at the fence. Wow.
It's Nathan Brown type scenes here. He's about 3 metres behind the dead ball line. So it'll be Queensland to kick off. And they've really slowed this down to play at their pace. We play Origin at bigger venues, but this is Origin's grandest stage. This is Origin 2025. And it's Barnett sent back after bringing it from the back fence, with Cotter in the second row making the tackle on the far. Alawi and Carrigan. Blues go one out on play number 2 with Zach Lomax, followed up now by Payne Haas over the 20 and brought down centre field here. Now it's a hit up here from Barnett, and he's captured centre field by Fodawaker and also Tino. Ball's ripped out. Knock on! Knock on! Barnett says immediately, let's challenge. This will take some stones to challenge here. 8 minutes into an Origin. But they're going to do it. They're going to do it. Barnett was adamant. That was helped out.
Yeah, he must be confident to fire in an early challenge.
I believe it's a loose carry. They believe it's been stripped out.
Well, this is early in the tackle count.
Gee, it's a real 50-50, isn't it? He's definitely got a hand on it, but has it been dislodged because he didn't have a good hold on it? I don't know. Looking at the replay now.
After the held call, Mo Fodawaker strips the ball, which is a penalty.
Blues penalty. Dobbo, injury news.
Yeah, look, this is a big one. They're just checking at the moment. Tino has had a head clash in a tackle earlier. His eyes blowing up. He can't see out of one of his eyes. They've had a look at it. I'll keep you updated, but they're doing a lot of work with him at the present moment.
All right, okay, so, geez, they need him. And it's going to be a shot at goal here for New South Wales.
Yeah, a bit fortunate there. Obviously, the strip call and the challenge was the right decision by Barnett. I would have loved them just to see a little bit more simple in that scrum play. Just give the trial a one-on-one shot at Toya out there. Instead, they try the trickery. It hasn't really been a free-flowing game. Lots of penalties. The boys, they wouldn't have that much fatigue in them yet, and I would like to see them hold that back and just give the trial a nice one-on-one shot. But listen, they get the result. They get a penalty. Nathan Cleary should kick this from in front to get first points.
All right. So from bang in front, kicking towards the Blues fans that have filled a couple of bays here at Suncorp at the Milton end. The kick is good. New South Wales 2, Queensland 0. 9 minutes gone. Beacon Trade scoreboard. Triple M rocking Origin for Maccas. King, well done, young man, getting through a run. It's his second run. What a way to introduce yourself to Origin, having to defend. As now Crichton threatens Angus. Gets a pass to Moses. Moses almost away. Had his pants pulled down by Fodawaker. A try-saving tackle on the last. Cleary throws to Haas. Haas pops it back on the last to Cleary. Basketballs into Edwards. Edwards out to Steve Crichton. Does a number on Holmes. Sets sail. Draws in 2. Gives it to Lomax. Lomax scores. That's a class try. That's a brilliant try for New South Wales. From the left side to the right side. And a lot of theatrics. Payne Haas and Nathan Cleary. And then the work of Steve Crichton. Oh, yes, New South Wales. 6 points to 0.
Now, off the quick play of the ball, Mitch Moses makes half a break. And we'll have to see the replay, but someone from Queensland rushes out of the line to try and put kick pressure on Nathan Cleary from the outside. It just forces his hand. He plays the pass to Payne Haas. He's good enough to take some contact, find an offload, and then it's just quick hands across the line. Cleary finds Edward, finds Stephen Crichton, and you said he might not be 100% there, but
he was 100% there.
He put some moves on there, and he accelerated into the space, got Val Holmes interested, and just fired that pass to Lomax. And New South Wales, they make the first breakthrough with the first try after some really good ruck recognitions and quick play.
Fair to say that try doesn't get scored if Stephen Crichton doesn't do what he does.
100%.
That was unbelievable.
There's some work to do.
So he's propped them up and then got that clear ball to Lomax, who's scored a deserved try. You got the feeling that was coming, though.
So
Harry Grant just coming out of the line, trying to kick pressure Nathan Cleary, but just forced his hand. Nathan Cleary just trusted his teammate, knew there was space.
Was it Val Holmes who came out there at Crichton? Whoever it was came too hard, well too hard. And that's what allowed that space for Lomax to get that try. 4
tries in 4 Origins for Zach Lomax, picking up from where he left off last year. Terrific Origin series from him. All right.
But dare I say, Zach Lomax, he's only a winger, but he is playing quite handsomely, I would say. And that's rare. That is rare praise for a winger.
Tallis, Webcke, we have a big forward on their only wingers. 6 in from touch, 49% for Nathan Cleary, one of the greatest Origin scorers. He's certainly on the leaderboard. And he's on the right side, the non-preferred. Here he comes, and he has hit the post, left upright, bounces out, no good. So, New South Wales 6, Queensland 0, 14.5 to go first half. Triple M rocking State of Origin for Ream Hotwater. Played back quickly, away from Robson to Cleary, nice straight run, away from one, away from another, flicks it back. He ran into an offside defender, and that sets the tackle count to 0. And the ball finds Haas. Haas works it to 22 metres out, where he's stopped by Fotuaika. Played and thrown right side. Yo with a straightener. And he's captured in front of the right upright here. 12 metres out. Liero involved in the tackle. Blues look good here. Here's Cleary. Moses shovels it on. Magnificent pass, Latrell Mitchell. Out to Brian To'o. He plants it over in the corner. That was a special try. The halves, Latrell and To'o with the finish. Blues 10, Maroons 0.
Yeah, that was slick, Dan. That was very sharp, that shift to the left-hand edge for New South Wales. I don't know how you defend this as Queensland. They just executed so well. Nathan Cleary deep into the line, attracts the 4-man, plays out the back to Moses, who quick hands to Latrell. And if Moses was quick hands, Latrell's a lightning. Catches it and passes in one moment. Xavier Coate was jamming in to put some pressure on him, but he's good enough to execute that skill. Sends To'o over into the corner. He celebrates, he's happy about that one.
And I'll tell you where that try started. The bloke I talked about, we were talking about there, but the bloke I talked about earlier, Isaiah Yeo.
Yeah.
Look at the run he makes to the middle. Gets them in. And that, you look at every classical try that's scored, Wader, it starts with a forward or someone making that decisive move to the middle, attracting defenders, and then away it goes. And you get these wonderful shifts.
So To'o, his 7th Origin try.
Do you reckon he had to do the somersault? I don't know. Look, wingers, they fascinate me. He could have just put that down, but no, let's do it. Let's have a somersault. Let's make it look like something it's not. Anyway, I'll just...
You wouldn't say...
It's not a critique.
No, you wouldn't say it if he was a centre or a 5'8" or a forward. Because he's a winger, you got to rip it. I
just felt he didn't need to do that.
10-0 per Tech Kick Predictor.
I think it's a big kick, this, Dan, just for his confidence.
I don't think he can.
So 52%. Preferred side, left side. He's bang on the sideline here. He was 4 metres in.
He looks a bit jittery though, doesn't he?
Here he comes down. Moves it. And he's pulled it. No good. So the radar not on. Blues 10, Maroons 0. Triple M rocking. State of Origin #1 for McDonald's. No, Ponga. He took a few steps and puts up a high kick. Oh, Ginnane put pressure on To'o, and the ball is lost by To'o. Queensland come up with it, and now Toya on tackle 0, throws to Cherry Evans, gets it on to Ponga. Ponga wanted to make sure it was a new set. He asked the referee, while looking at the defence, the referee says, yes, Kalen, it's a fresh set, so he took the tackle. 19 metres out. Queensland needs something. 30 seconds to go in this first half. This could be the spark they need, but they haven't got time to waste. Play thrown to the open left. Carrigan throws out to Munster. Munster goes himself, another 6 again. I reckon they're one more 6 again from a bin here. Certainly that'll be the case in the NRL. Oh, Cleary playing with fire, just gets off in time. High kick, last play of the first half. Coates goes up, he drops it, He climbed over Brian To'o, but he couldn't hold on to it on the way down. That would have been a spectacular finish to the first half.
I have no try.
Well, check this now. His coach going to claim he was tackled mid-air. Now that, which would be probably a penalty try. So here we go. It was a low chopping kick. Is To'o contesting this ball?
Queensland kick chases onside.
Oh, he's tackled. To'o was tackled, coach, before the ball got there. Now, does this bring... That penalty is useless to them. although it could get a sin bin.
Sin bin, yeah. I think that's what actually Klein sent it up. He said, look for a sin bin. And we saw this in Magic Round.
Just looking at penalty. Whether he goes from competing to affecting the tackle.
Well, he's tackled him before the ball's got there. He's tackled him. Yes. Yes. He's tackled. He's got his arm around the chest of Coates before the ball gets there. That's
At this point here, Brian Tottenham's got a grip of Ginnane Coates.
You can't be certain he's going to ground him. You can't. And you know what?
Contact is prior to the contest, denying him a fair chance.
Sin bin might be better for them.
Professional foul.
Yeah, it's a sin bin. And if it's a penalty try, that's one try. If it's a sin bin, that makes the next 10 minutes the most important period of the game. Now this crowd's going to go bonkers.
I appreciate what you're saying, but in our opinion, that he isn't going for the ball, he's actually making a tackle, and he's got him early. Brian!
And they are waving goodbye to Brian Toto. And he's got a long way to walk. He's from the Caxton corner. And he's going to get a warm reception as he exits the arena. Well, that gives the Maroons some life. Now, they've got a penalty here where Cherry Evans, they're going to go one play, are they? They're not going to take the two from the sideline, or are they? Holmes has got ball in hand. He's walked back to the 20. He's a great goal kicker. So, yeah, Holmes wants to kick at goal. So if he kicks this, we've got a 2 converted try game and a 13 on 12. Well, the game needed something for Queensland, and it might have just happened. And Webby, that's a pretty straightforward call, or are you not so sure?
Oh, look, I can now looking at it in slow motion and then looking at it again in real time. Yeah, you can see what's happened, and yeah, and we're the beneficiaries of that. But it does give us, look, if he can snap this 2 points and we go in 2 tries behind with them a man down for the next 10, that's our hope. That's our hope to get back into this game.
62% on the per-tech kick predictor. That's pretty good. He's 5 in from the right touchline. He has guided it through. So the comeback begins. The comeback begins with a sideline penalty goal, and now Queensland are high-fiving. They've got 15, 18 minutes to recoup, to get their energy back, and then try and go berserk for 10 minutes after half-time. Well, 14-2, but suddenly it feels a lot closer. It's State of Origin 1, live from Suncorp Stadium. Triple M rocking the footy for Ream Hot Water and for Macca's. 5 from the try line, 15 in from touch. Chip kick from Munster to centre field. Up goes Ginnane. Got a little hand to it, but it came away for New South Wales. And again, their fallback is either to kick high to Coates or kick to Ginnane. And it's not totally working for them, but Lomax knocks it on. Lomax, a standard carry, has knocked it on, and the Queensland side will get a scrum 12 metres out.
Yeah, big moment. Big moment. New South Wales, they defended their try line with 12 men, helped Queensland out as they rolled up the sleeves, doing the tough stuff. Lomax, just a little error in the tackle from Robert Toya. He's been fantastic tonight, Lomax, but just an error there. Just gives Queensland an opportunity. Pack the scrum 10 metres out in the centre. Was that the New South Wales trainer to kick the ball away?
You will not come back on the field.
Yes, he did.
If you do that again, you will not come back on.
Yes. Get out. Get out. A big smile on his face.
Yeah, well, that's New South Wales, isn't it?
So, it's the brother of Robbie Farah, so he knows what this arena's about. Just trying to help out their team there.
14-2. Oh, come on, Wade. You can't defend that.
Come on, Wade.
4 on the left here. 14-2 New South Wales. Grant gets it on. A wild pass, but it bounces, finds Holmes. And Holmes steadies, but the Blues get him, and they grab him, and they rugby scrum him over the sideline. Flag is raised. And Queensland make a meal of that scrum play. It'll be New South Wales ball.
That's a massive tackle. A massive tackle. I think it's Nathan Cleary and Stephen Crichton. Now, we tore in the bin. Lomax, who featured on the right wing, he's actually gone over to the left wing, and that's because they trust Crichton as the defensive centre. How good he is, how patient he is to defend on his own. He does it here, trust on the inside. Patience. Bow gets the ball, Nathan gets behind, keeps him up, and then Crichton comes in and adds that weight, drags him out of touch. We see NI force another error.
Queensland have got it. Tyre flick pass. Out it goes to Coates. Coates for the line and he scores. What is going on? New South Wales out of nowhere are self-destructing and Queensland score. Coates over in the corner. It counts as a try. Yo is into the referee here. There's something he's not happy about, and we need to see this incident where Queensland got the ball back. It'll go to the bunker, but right now it's a 4-pointer and a kick from the sideline to make it 14-8.
As I was mentioning about the New South Wales great defence, it's Ginnane this time, one-on-one with Latrell.
Oh, that's
hits him under the ball, forces the error. They offload out to Toyota, a nice little flick pass, and then Xavier Coates just straight to the corner post.
Nothing wrong with this. Look, will they back the 10? Beautiful. Maybe not, but it's a great tackle.
Well, we don't worry about the back to 10 or not. That was beautiful stuff.
So,
and it would appear, as we were speaking about, what Queensland really needed has just happened.
Yeah.
And it's breathed life back into this game, particularly from a Queensland point of view. But you'd have to say that now New South Wales, it just doesn't look as certain as what it was.
They had to get something out of this sin bin time, and they've done that. And now the kick, a big one here for Holmes on the sideline. 50% Pertec kick predictor, right touchline. He's already got one from about 2 in from the right touchline. This time he's kicking at the other end. I'll go nuts if he drills this. And no, pulled it. Good. No good. Started out to the left, went further away. 14 points to 6. He bumps his way back over the 10 and Feld falling on his front. Munster, bit of mustard on that tackle, 6 metres out. Back to the open left to Cleary. Stepping inside Dearden, inside Fodawaker. Munster can't finish off Cleary. And Cleary, he throws a pass as he's falling, finds Young, and Young is stopped just shy. Dearden, big tackle. 2 metres out, 2 tackles left. Comes here to Barnett. Barnett gets it on. Now comes to Crichton. 2-on-2. Footwork from Crichton. Happy to take the tackle from Tabuai Fido. And Fasul Mahalawi from the inside. Last 8 minutes left. Cleary stops, changes direction, high kick to Lomax. Lomax holds it in with one hand, stopped the metre out, pops it back to Watson. Watson pops up a miracle pass, and Edwards gets over. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. The work of Lomax, the work of Watson, and that should be State of Origin, New South Wales. Game 1 in the books. That's a ridiculous try, 18-6.
And just weighted possession for the New South Wales Blues. They had a couple of back-to-back sets. Queensland defended well, comes down to a kick, and they tried this tactical all night. Lomax, a one-handed grab, spectacular. A little bit of a specky out the back, just had to get rid of it knowing it was the last tackle. Connor Watson in heavy traffic. Same result, just knew he had to get an offload. Surrounded by Queenslanders, just pops it out the back, and Dylan Edwards is there. Takes possession, scores the try with a kick to come. This could almost put it beyond doubt there, Webby.
Yeah, sadly, I think you're right. The desperation shown to get those passes out is one thing. Players being there to catch them is another. And if you look at, I feel in some respects, the difference between New South Wales and Queensland tonight has been New South Wales' willingness and the energy that they've had to be there when those moments count.
So Cleary's given up the boot, and it's going to be Lomax, 16 in from touch. 91% on the Pertec kick predictor. And it's gone flat here at Suncorp Stadium. It was 14-0. Maroons got it back to 14-2, then 14-6. And as Shane Webcke so accurately described it, an arm wrestle for a good 20-25 minutes, and the Blues have won the arm wrestle, and they're going to win the game, it would seem. Lomax. Oh, no, he pulled it. 91% on the Pertec kick predictor. They've got the wobbles. 18-6. 4 tries to 1. How have they not buried Queensland? Jerry Evans throws left. Dearden floating a ball. Oh, hello! It's a try. No, it's not. It's a forward pass, and you know what? It's accurate. It was taken by Holmes. He strolled over, but it was a forward pass.
Yeah, he took the risk, Dearden. He made the read. Knew he could get the ball over the top. Unfortunately for him, it floated forward, but it was a great play. He's unlucky because he actually, I think he passed it backwards out of the hands, and just because of the rotation, it made it look exaggerated how far it went forward, but they just couldn't execute that play. It was a big pass. It was a 20-metre pass, and it was
Probably the right idea, though, I'd suggest.
Well, he's looked good, dude, and, you know...
Well, he's come on, he's injected a bit of energy into it. It's certainly been the right call.
Everyone, Webby, as soon as Origin, the results are in, that's the next question that everyone goes after. What are the changes going to be? And Ginnane put his hand up, certainly for more to do in this Queensland team.
But it's not to be, and it's a deserved win. It's a deserved expanded margin. It should be more, to be fair, but the Blues won't care. And State of Origin belongs to New South Wales for game one. Back-to-back wins here at Suncorp Stadium. They did it in game 3 last year. They've done it in game 1 tonight. And Queensland now are in a lot of trouble. They're going to have to win in Perth, where they've never won before. And then they would have to win a decider in Sydney. Laurie Daly hugging his staff. He is now 1 win away from a second series victory. It's a comprehensive win, and in many ways 18-6 belies just how wide this margin was. New South Wales dominant. 2 tries to Lomax, 1 to To'o, 1 to Edwards. Dreadful goal kicking from the Blues, particularly Cleary, but Lomax had a shocker as well. For Queensland, Xavier Coates scored their 1 try and a penalty goal to Val Holmes. 4 tries to 1, 18-6.